always start the show as soon as people start singing upstairs. That's like a policy of mine. When dudes start singing especially, I'm like, it's time to start. Let's go. Hello, everybody. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Welcome to Comedy from Home Sweet Home. I'm going to give everyone a bit of a heads up. I spent the weekend out in the yard picking up leaves, and my head is like all fucked up. And I am zooted on Sudafed. I'm pissing like every 30 minutes. It's crazy. And don't worry, I checked the box, and the label says that drinking and taking Sudafed, actually, it's fine. The back that says it's actually pretty fucking cool. So we're all clear. How'd everyone go? How was Thanksgiving? Did everyone have a good Thanksgiving? Yeah? Man, I tell you, the day before Thanksgiving, that National Guard soldier got shot. Yeah? That's not good news. In my opinion, that's bad news. Someone just snuck up on him and shot 2 National Guard soldiers. Guess you could say they let their guard down, huh? No, I'm just kidding. They're sacrifices in service of our country, and we respect and honor them. All right. My wife is pregnant with our 3rd kid. Thank you. My first daughter on the way, which means I have until March to use all this misogynistic shit. And then making fun of girls. Who would do such a thing? I can't imagine. Unacceptable. I do find it, lately I've been finding it difficult to have sex with my wife. I do find my wife attractive. It's not that. I find my wife beautiful. But you know what? You seem the most uncomfortable with this. Do you ever had sex with a woman? It's pretty cool, right? You like it? Me too. I got 3 kids. You know? Yeah? Have a 3rd. It's life ruining. Well, you might be able to relate to this then. You know, sex with a woman's great, right? But like, have you guys ever tried to have sex with a woman while the 3rd party is actively kicking you off of her? They're like, hey, that's my mom. You're like, I know. That's how you got here, guy. I'm a little freaked out now. I'm going to be a girl dad. Because I've only been a dad to boys, and basically all I have to do is shove them down, not too hard, and I'm the greatest dad in the world. Now I'm going to learn how to braid hair or something. I don't know how the fuck to be a girl dad. So I've been looking for examples of good girl dads. There's a lot of them out there. There's also examples of like bad girl dads. Like there's a guy who I see on TV a lot, and you can tell whether the person interviewing likes this guy or not based on how they introduce him. If they like this guy, they introduce him as a international faith leader, Rabbi Shmuley Botek. And if they don't like him, they introduce him as chairman of kosher sex, Rabbi Shmuley Botek. Because Rabbi Shmuley owns a sex toy, an upscale mail-order sex toy business with his daughter, who's the CEO of the business. Now, this is an example of being a bad dad, because I like to imagine, like, what if my daughter and I, years from now, like, open up an ice cream shop? And at some point, someone's going to come to us and say, hey, McFaddens, I have a new vanilla. It's a great vanilla. I think your current supplier of vanilla is charging too much, and it's not a good quality of product. And what are we going to have to do? We're going to have to get some samples of the vanilla and sit down and try the vanilla, and we're going to have to compare notes about the vanilla and whether or not it's a good vanilla. And Rabbi Shmuley Botek runs a sex store with his daughter. And I don't know if you know about these people, but they don't just sign contracts willy-nilly. And by these people, I mean small business entrepreneurs. And as I like to remind everyone, I'm the last comic in the city that likes Jews, so that's not an anti-Semitic joke. That guy's just weird. That's a weird thing to do, especially as an international faith leader. Speaking of sex, I spent a lot of time watching cartoons with my kids. A lot of time watching cartoons. It's basically all I do these days is I just sit around and watch cartoons. I like to watch old cartoons. I like to watch the Looney Tunes with my kids. They still stand up. They still work. They're good for me. They're good for the kids. Looney Tunes work because they're timeless, because they follow simple formulas, right, that everyone can get across the generations. And they rely on like archetypes, like characters that everyone understands. So you have Bugs Bunny. He's your classic sort of know-it-all anti-hero, right? You got Daffy Duck. He's the schlub. Everything goes wrong for him. And then my personal favorite, although a character that's not used that much these days, my personal favorite, you have Pepe Le Pew, the rapist. You know, the classic comedy trio of the know-it-all, the schlub, and the rapist. And if that makes you uncomfortable, I grew up watching Ed, Edd, and Eddy. What was that? The best part about Pepe Le Pew is, so if you're not familiar, it's a cat walks under a paint roller. Every episode, every time the cat walks under a paint, I'm just saying, the cat walks under a paint roller, and now she looks like a skunk. And then Pepe Le Pew, who's French, is like, hey, I'm gonna fuck that other skunk. Not I'm gonna go talk to her, but I'm gonna fuck that skunk. And the weird part is, the joke of it is not that he's trying to and she's not trying to. The joke of it is that he's a skunk and she's a cat, and that's gross. That's the whole joke. It's just like, if that were to happen, that would be disgusting. It's a bunch of men in the 50s and 60s going like, ugh, imagine how ashamed he would feel the next day when he found out it was actually a cat he fucked. All right. It's a risky territory to go into. Cartoons from the 40s. As a father, it's up to me to teach my kids lessons. Boy, his daughter's going to really fuck this joke up. It's up to me to teach my kids lessons, and I had to teach them stuff that they can't just learn through. You know, I teach them something that's memorable, that's me, so that one day when I'm gone, I'll have a legacy, you know? And like my father, every time I would leave the house, my father would say to me the same thing every time. He said, Jacob, whatever you do tonight, don't commit credit card fraud, and don't get anyone pregnant. And I never committed credit card fraud, even when I really needed $468 before the state of Texas said it was a murder. Now, some people aren't comfortable with that joke, but I'd like to remind everybody that I am the father of a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 17-year-old ghost. So I'm trying to think, like, what would be my bit of advice that I give my own kids? And I finally figured it out. One day I'm going to sit my boys down and be like, boys, listen to me. Never, ever 69 with a woman wearing fake eyelashes. It is going to feel like a centipede is crawling across your asshole. That's advice you can all use. And if you don't have one, guess what? I'll be your daddy now. All right. I saw a headline earlier today. I thought this was funny. It says, the headline was, teens trust mainstream media less than ever before. Experts worry. I couldn't believe it. The teens are no longer interested in the mainstream media? Man, when I was in high school, we all raced to get our driver's license, so as soon as the bell rung, we could run out to the parking lot, jump in the car, race home, and catch the end of the Situation Room with Wolf Blitzer. When I was in high school, the news is like, hey, the Iraq War is still going awesome. The surge is working. That's really just for silver. CNN also today announced that they're doing a partnership with Kalshi, the online betting app. Because when the teens don't trust you, the best thing to do is be a news organization that starts doing prop bets on the news. But don't worry, CNN put out a statement saying there's no concern about them like fixing the news because journalism is a profession with a strong ethical standard. Don't you guys feel good now? Don't you know, like, it's all chill? Yeah. Yeah, they have a stronger ethical standard than baseball players and basketball players and anyone else who could 50 times their money by changing a sentence in a news report. But that'll be fun. I can't wait to bet on whether or not someone does something at a thing. I didn't really think that one through all that much, to be honest. I don't know if you guys saw, there was a video that was put out. There's a bunch of senators telling soldiers they can reject illegal orders. Sure. You guys should go for that. You should, as a soldier, you should go ahead and start rejecting orders whenever you feel like it might be illegal. I don't know if you guys ever went to high school and almost took the $1,000 and the free lunch at Chili's. And then the guy says, hey, all you have to do is sign up or give away your rights for 4 years and you get $1,000 and we'll let you choose your job. Someone made a mistake. And then they send you to boot camp to break you down and rebuild you as a Marine. And everyone knows that once someone sends you to a boot camp to break you down and rebuild you as the person they want, the number one thing they're chill with you is being like, no thank you, I won't do that. I do like the idea that state senators are just people watching sovereign citizen videos. They're like, if you get an order you don't like, you can just reject it. If they tell you to drone strike a boat, you can go, excuse me, officer, I don't have to show you my ID, I'm traveling. That joke works better with right-wing wingnuts. All right, I got one last thing here, I think. I'll finish here. Maybe I have two more. I think I saw James Bond was recently acquired by Amazon. Amazon now has the right to all the James Bond movies. So if you have Prime, you can watch all the James Bond movies. But they're trying to be sensitive. One of the things they did is they got the James Bond movies, and they went in and they edited all of the movie covers to take out the guns. Because they said that, you know, people are browsing Amazon, and they shouldn't be reminded of, like, death and murder and gun violence. So it's just a bunch of posters of James Bond doing this. But they're right. Just because you're looking for a movie to watch doesn't mean you should be reminded of death and gun violence. When you're browsing the library of movies like The Man with a Golden Gun, License to Kill, Die Another Day, why should you be reminded of murder and gun violence? And then if you pick one of those 34 movies, you can watch it start with the iconic title card where the protagonist shoots you in the fucking face in the first 30 seconds of the film. But you were not exposed to gun violence, and that's what counts, guys. All right, I'm going to finish up with these two things here. I'm not ready for this holiday week that started on Monday. You guys all know we have Black Friday after Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's the end of the month this year, and then it rolls to Black Friday, and the week starts with Cyber Monday, right? Which is, if you didn't blow all your money on the long Black Friday weekend, Cyber Monday's there.
What'd you get?
I have kids. I got fucking nothing.
You didn't get anything?
Well, I did, but it's all in gift wrap, and I won't be able to open it for a month, and it's for my kids, and it takes up too much space. Today is Giving Tuesday, right? So after you buy a bunch of shit for yourself, you're supposed to be guilted into giving to your local SPCA. And then tomorrow's Overdraft Wednesday. Day after that, of course, we all know Thirsty Thursdays. Friday, Eviction Friday. Followed by It's Only One Dick, One Time Saturday. Then the Lord's Day, we all know that one. And then followed, by It's okay that you voted for Trump, Dad, but listen, hey, I'm really in a jam Monday again. To sort it all out. It's the end of that bit. I wrote it about 5 minutes ago.
How do you feel about Trump?
How do I feel about Trump?
Can you, just expound on that? I just want to hear.
I don't know. He's the president.
Well,
This is true. Trump picked me up when I was a baby. Trump picked me up when I was a baby and called me a girl. My grandfather was a Republican judge in New York. And I guess he knew Trump. And when I was a little kid, my grandmother was pushing me through Trump Tower. And he came over and, oh, Diana, oh, what a beautiful girl. And picked me up and, hugged me weirdly, according to my grandmother. And then handed me back to my grandmother instead of me putting me back on the stroller. So I guess he's like my grandpa is how I feel about him.
that's amazing.
Yeah, he's like, I feel like he owes me something, Yeah.
I mean, that's great, though.
Yeah.
I love the story.
Yeah, I can drone strike whatever Venezuelan ships I want now. I'll finish with this, doing this and then having my kids. My wife was so excited before our first one was born. She said, Jacob, you must be so excited now that you're having kids. You do these dad jokes, right? You'd be like the master of dad jokes. And I said, I don't know what that means. What do you mean dad jokes? She like funny jokes, like dads. Your dad probably told you a bunch of dad jokes growing up. So I'll do one of my dad's jokes for you guys, but I'll need your help, okay? Knock, knock.
Unlock the fucking door! When you pay the mortgage of my house, you can lock the fucking door!
My wife and I have different dads, I think. All right, guys, you ready to start the show? Ready to get this thing moving? All right, we have a lot of comics tonight, and we have a lot of first-timers. But your next comic is an old veteran of the stage. Maybe one of the most experienced performers in this room tonight. A class act. Your next performer is something of a legend here in the scene. Everybody put your hands together for Zephyr Mann.
a day to tell a Richmond comedy.
I'm actually just waiting in line for the bathroom. Thank you. I went to a really good BDSM Dawne place. You seen these? You've been to these? You know what's good? When you walk in and the staff are all really mean to you. How we doing tonight? Anybody on a date here tonight? Everybody? How long y'all been in a polycule? This is gonna... Alright, this will be a fun one. I wrote this in a dream. Feline leukemia is so cis-het. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in it's bad. I'm allowed to say that. It's okay. It's like you don't need your own kind. We already have one. Just use that one. It's like Canadian Chopped. Like Canada doesn't need its own Chopped. They can go on the regular one. For the longest time, this is me being vulnerable. For the longest time, I hated the person that I would see staring back at me in the mirror. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
No.
And then I had a dear friend say to me, and I'll always forget this. They said, I wrote it down. That's not a mirror, that's a picture of the 8th U.S. President, Martin Van Buren.
You gotta do look like George.
I'll take that, I guess.
Carver.
Shit, okay. Just once, I wish somebody would throw me a party when I reveal my gender. Instead, I end up on a list. What? Sexiest men alive. Thank you. That wasn't a joke. I finally did 23andMe, and it turns out I'm 99% angel, 1% devil. I'm like ChatGPT, 99 truths and a lie, but I'll never tell.
30% pedophile.
Anybody here hate raising your hand? Just a joke. This one just says you can't make everybody happy all of the time, but you can still feel guilty about it. I'm learning, I'm growing. Anybody here have tinnitus?
Yeah.
Make a high-pitched ringing noise?
I do.
Oh, a lot of you fellow sufferers out there. That's great. The word loitering shouldn't be spelled like that. I'm being brave. It just is not right. O and I should not sound like that. They just don't belong together. Now you and I. How are you doing? It's ironic that those vowels are just hanging around, not buying anything. Just make it a Y, because hey, why not? Is this making any sense?
It is.
Thank you.
Keep on.
Okay. All markers are technically scented markers. Like if you try hard enough,
You're supposed to lick.
most are just marker scented. The silent majority. But the thing is, you can't be afraid to be a brown noser.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna end with this one. I'm so sick and tired of people telling me not to spell at them. Because I always say, oh, okay. And that just makes everything worse. Thank you.
Woo!
Give it up for your host. Thank you.
I'm gonna use the back.
Okay.
There you go, guys. And I normally do this a little bit of housework at the beginning. There is a bathroom there. You are allowed to use it. If you guys have seen downstairs, there's a sign saying only one person in the bathroom at a time now. So this still remains the multi-person bathroom, but the lock is broken on this door now. So if you're doing a key bump, just do it. Don't be a pussy, because someone's trying to open the door.
Hey
So.
guys, what the fuck is the light?
Yeah, I agree with that,
Where's
man.
the light?
It's already on, my man. The light is legit. It's on right now.
got stern shoulders.
Hey, watch out, Jess. I was gonna steal your man. So I'm gonna steal your man. I told you that's the multi-person bathroom. All right, but seriously, don't have gay sex in the bathroom upstairs. There's no rule against it, but it's uncomfortable for everybody out here. All right. Wow, that was fun. You hit Zephyr with the ultimate heckle of all time. Yup. Really hard to recover in a premise once you put it out there and someone goes, yup. Like, well, fuck me then. I guess you do know what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving, everybody. Are you ready for your next comic? Your next comic recently had her man stolen by the bathroom Lothario of Home Sweet Home. Everybody put your hands together for Jess Brooks.
Hey guys, what's up? Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. All right. I want to talk to you guys about something that's heavy on my heart. Can we talk about 6-string bass guitars? What the fuck did they make those for? Do you guys... Let me lay some groundwork for you here. Do you know how many strings a regular bass has, anybody? 4. 4! That's right, 4. Do you know how many strings a 6-string bass has? 6. Why did they do that? I hate 6-string basses. Because what are they for, those 2 extra strings? More notes. Buddy, you can play all the notes on 4 strings already. You can play all the notes on 1 string. That's why they made the neck of the instrument so fucking long. It's hubris, is what it is. It's hubris, it's pride, it's unnecessary. Like a PhD-ruled notebook. We already got college. You didn't have to do all that extra stuff. Speaking of school, was anybody here homeschooled? Show of hands. Yes, you know, I was homeschooled. If you couldn't tell from the sweater. Homeschooling is rough because you learn a lot of stuff late in life. What's up? Were you homeschooled?
I was not.
All right, that's okay. I'm going to tell you what it's like. Thank you, I will. Yeah, you learn a lot of stuff later than you maybe normally would. For example, and sorry to Jacob, your kids will learn this someday. What your dad likes is not cool. You might think it's cool because there's nobody around to tell you any different, but your dad's interests are not going to be cool to your peers. How did I find that out? I can hear you all dying to know. I started public school for the first time in 9th grade. And just making sure everything's okay back there. I'm an empath, so I could sense something going on. Okay, wonderful. It's hard to be a homeschooled empath in 9th grade for the first time, let me tell you. I'm getting a lot of you hate me vibes over here. That's what it was like. Anyway, none of this is what the joke is supposed to be, so I'm gonna go back to that. When I started 9th grade, it was Spirit Week, and the day of Spirit Week that I'm teleporting you all to now is Fictional Character Day.
Yes.
How generic is that, for one?
We love her.
Thank you. I loved it too, and I was like, I have to pick something so cool
It's real.
and so funny to make a friend, so someone will be impressed by my choice and be my friend. What's so cool and funny? Oh, that show my dad likes. And that is how I went to school, dressed up as House MD.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't it be so cool if I wore a big-ass blazer to school? Wouldn't it be so awesome if I brought a cane to school? What if...
Kid from Play.
Huh?
Like Kid from Play.
Yes.
We love it.
Thank
We
you.
love it.
I have to be so for real. I do not know what you're referencing.
You don't know what Kid from Play is?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Keep going.
Thank you, I will.
We love it.
Anyway, and then I also limped all day. All day. It was truly, truly tragic. And then I limped all the way to the carpool line, where my mom picked me up in a 10-passenger van, because all my siblings were still homeschooled. All right, let me see what you guys think of this. The home bus. I'm taking it out of the notebook immediately. Anyway, I think that that's the day that I developed anxiety. Anybody here anxious? Yes, shout out anxiety. A lot of times I get intrusive thoughts. One intrusive thought I get all the time is, you're evil. You're a huge evil asshole person. You'll never be good. And I know that's not true. Thank you. Thank you, yeah. So my sweet, beautiful husband here, shout out him and his sturdy shoulders. He's not evil, and this became clear when a solar salesman came to our house and said, hey, do you want a consultation to find out if we should put solar panels on your house? My sweet, not evil husband said, that guy seems pushy, but it probably wouldn't hurt, and he's right here asking me to do it. Sure, come make an appointment. And then when I heard that, I said, I'm gonna ruin that man's day. I'm gonna call him on the phone and cancel the appointment and be a huge bitch to him for no fucking reason. And then I did. I called him. He said, you want to cancel your appointment? You want to pay more money on your energy bills? I said, yeah, I do actually. Dominion Energy is my favorite company. He said, what about inflation? I said, well, tell me more. What's inflation? This guy right here has a degree in economics. You think I don't know what inflation is, being married to a man with an economics degree? But I made that man explain it anyway. And when he hung up, shame washed over me, and I said, why the hell did I do all that to that poor man? That's just his job. I am evil. I'm like if Mussolini was a girl. I'm like, I'm a popular kid in 9th grade, and he's some fucking dickweed dressed as House MD. I guess what I'm saying is, hurt people hurt people. Thank you very much. That's all I have for you.
Jess Brooks, everybody. Keep going for Jess Brooks. Jess Brooks with the horrible slander that what your dad likes isn't cool. What dads like are cool. My dad sold weed to Hulk Hogan when I was growing up in Florida.
And your dad was...
Which was pretty fucking cool. Now, when he went to jail, that wasn't so cool. But the part before that was pretty cool.
Jail's cool.
Yeah, maybe when you're there.
Jail's cool.
He also worked at Disney, so I went to school underneath Disney World.
That's the best
Yeah.
decision.
That's not so great, actually. Goofy's horrible at teaching spelling. All right, we'll move on from that. By the way, my dad also once called into Dee Snider's radio show, Dee Snider, the lead singer of Twisted Sister, to convince my brother and me that Dee Snider once kicked the shit out of him in drag. And then, the whole middle school got to hear Dee Snider on the radio say, like, Georgie, hey, we beat the shit out of him. I was like, what a weird flex. Why is that? Why are you bragging about this? I was like, come on, it's cool. He's a rock star. And I was like, he was just a drag queen when he beat you up. He wasn't a rock star. It's different if he was a rock star at the time. He's like, nah, he became a rock star, so it's cool still. All right. All right, well, that's a side story, I guess. Your next comic is normally in bed by now, but tonight they're staying up late with all of us. They're excited to be here with all of us, and they agreed to stay until all their friends are done too. So, soon to be asleep in the corner, everybody put your hands together for Lucy Chu. I lied to everyone a few minutes ago. Yup is not the most devastating heckle. Apparently he had titties, though, is the most effective heckle. It really... you recovered beautifully, by the way. That was amazing.
You took that shit like a champ.
But honestly, apparently he had titties, though, is pretty...
He did.
You will lose any street fight if someone just yells that from behind you. You'll go, who? Bam, you're out.
No.
You are right. Our street names could never work like DC.
Can never.
Like, Robert E. Lee Jr. Boulevard Southeast? Hell yeah. Robert E. Lee Jr. Boulevard Northwest? Fuck no. Not in this town. Was that loser going back to Appomattox? Sorry, I went to public school in this area, so I think the South was right. Guys, it was about economics. So,
You're really gonna go down that road?
dude, I legit did have a teacher once tell me, like, they treated the slaves like family. I was like, yeah, except for the slavery part, right? Like, that's... Because I have a little brother, and he's like a human being. That's, like, the key distinction, I think. And then I got detention. For skipping class, not for that. That was fine. And, the principal was like, that's chill. All right, we're going to move on. Your next comic is celebrating a birthday today.
Whoa! Happy birthday!
The one time I needed a big outburst from you. Again, your next comic is celebrating a birthday today. Hey! One of the funniest people in the city. Everybody put your hands together for Flo.
Hello! It's my birthday, my day of birth. Everybody has titties. Somebody should tell my chest. Some women wear training bras. This is my aspirational bra, okay? I've got jokes. I'll get to them in a second. I brought my ad-lib guy tonight. Everybody, my ad-lib guy? Let's hear it for him. Yeah, why not?
I got you.
Thank you. I don't know if this is funny or not, so you tell me. I found out the other day the only reason I'm alive is because my mom's autistic. Like, apparently, when she met my dad, he was like, hey, here's my phone number. Promise to call me. And she's like, yeah, I promise. And the way she tells it, she's like, well, I made the promise. So I had to call him. It's even a little funnier because she was like, she didn't get through the first time. She was like, I wasn't interested, but I had to call him. Autism. But I was gonna call him to say I wasn't interested, but then he didn't pick up. And I wasn't gonna leave a message saying, hey, I am only calling because I promised to call you, but I'm not interested. Because that would have given away the autism. So yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why my birthday's today. I've got a beautiful autistic mother. I've started seeing this therapist, but I have to stop. Because he keeps insisting that he wants to fuck my mom. More Carl Jung people. Okay, got you. Okay. Got you. Reverse Freud. Is that like reverse cowgirl? But you have a mustache? I don't know. Did he have a mustache? Who knows? I kind of beard. Okay, here's another one that I don't know if this is funny or not. What with the slang?
They sit on the mustache with the slang.
Wow.
What's the nose? The nose sits on the mustache. I don't know. This is not his best night. He usually has better ad libs, so I think he'll get back to it. Don't worry. I'm Jewish, and I kind of want a Hitler tattoo. I don't know if you all know about this, but there were some photos. He was a crazy guy. We can all agree on this. He was a crazy guy. He was so crazy that he like practiced speeches in the mirror to make sure he looked cool. And he like tried on outfits and got photos taken in outfits to make sure they looked cool. Yeah. Right? Also autism, I think, maybe. The worst kind. So he had... Dial in on the bad autism? Okay, I will. Don't worry. I'll dial in on that. So he got these photos done where he was wearing really, really short shorts, and he hated the photos. He hated the photos, wanted them destroyed. But they still exist. So I kind of want to get that tattooed, like, I don't know, maybe somewhere sexy, like lower back or something.
I think you should.
Cause I think I should too, because here's the thing. If you're Jewish and you get a tattoo, you can't be buried in a Jewish cemetery, you go straight to hell. So maybe me and Hitler could be roommates. And I can be like, hey, you know those shorts you hated? They're right here on my lower back. Okay.
And then you got the gravy swag going on.
The gravy swag?
The gravy swag.
Like, so, like, I made a roux before, is that?
Proud. It's all proud.
Okay, cool, thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And you know what else I appreciate? Is getting older. My girlfriend keeps bringing spaghetti into the bedroom. And it's kind of my fault because I did ask for more nudes. But it's gotta be Lau Mein. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. All of these are poems. They're not actually jokes. I had a weird day today. I spent 8 hours watching video essays on how to be more productive, and it didn't work. I had to stop because I was running late to my procrastination meeting. But it's tomorrow. Okay, that one's fun. I've been thinking about getting top surgery. Get this, I'm gonna get my asshole sewn shut. Every shift's a graveyard shift when you work in a graveyard. Hey, that's just a true fact. Am I right? Yeah. Come on, you were just. I gave you a soft one there. You were supposed to Juan Soto that home. Come on.
How the fuck do you do that, bro?
I know you know who Juan Soto is. The Yank.
Han Solo? The guy with his eyes.
Yeah, the guy with the eyes. Han Solo, the guy with the eyes. Famously, I don't know if you know this about Star Wars. I'm a bit of a Star Wars buff, okay? Han Solo, the only character with eyes in all of Star Wars. Barely, because there was one guy. There was one guy who kind of had eyes, but it was like a weird alien eye thing. It's like, all right, you have eyes, but this is CG eye.
Teeter on the eye.
Yes, okay, all right. Oh, that was fun. Felt like riding a little surfboard there. I got this sports jacket for the next time I go hiking. It's my Trailblazer. Did you know your voice still cracks sometimes on your 32nd birthday? I'm in a feud with my mail carrier. So I've been putting anthrax in envelopes and writing on it "Return to Sender."
Valid.
Someone's gonna fuck up. Someone's gonna make a big mistake.
The donor. The donor.
Hey, you all will love this one. You ready for this one? This is my you like impressions? Okay. This is my impression of somebody being surprised to hear that Sean Combs urinated.
Did he?
P. Diddy. I told you, these were poems. I got a ticket the other day. I was driving. I was weaving a little bit while I was driving. But I got out of the ticket. The cop really liked my basket. We got an arts and crafts motherfucker up in here. Okay. I don't know if I have any more arts and crafts jokes, but this next one's very similar. You all remember a few years ago, I think Bush was still president, somebody found an image of Jesus in their toast. Do you remember that? Sold on eBay and all this? How chuggy of me to bring up eBay, am I right? I'm so fucking old. Chuggy as hell. Live, laugh, love on a potato salad, am I right? Where am I? Jesus Christ was on somebody's toast. It happened. It was in the news. Same thing, wasn't in the news, happened to me the other day, but it was an image of the Prophet Muhammad. I don't have anything to compare it to, but if there's any avid jihadists in the crowd, just know that it was my toaster that made the image of the Prophet Muhammad. I'm merely reporting the facts. If I masturbate for charity, does that count as an honorable discharge? There was like some O's there, but some of them were just like, oh, like, does it? I've never thought of that before. Here's another jerk-off one. I just got here in my jerk-off-powered time machine. Boy, are my arms tired. Thank you. It's my birthday!
Your muscle!
We're gonna do like 12 more, I think. Do gay dogs go to heaven?
All dogs go to heaven.
Okay, just not gay people. Okay, got you. No, I'm glad we know. I'm glad we know now.
That was funny.
Thank you. To give everybody an idea of where my love life is at, my last porn search was people who care about each other. It's funnier when it's true. We're not gonna do that one. I have a god complex, and Zeus never pays his rent. Oh, I like that. I hate when people laugh at my jokes, but if everybody went oh every time, that'd be wonderful.
Motherfuckers thinking about that shit. They're like,
You're right. Motherfuckers are thinking about that shit.
they're like,
They
bro.
They really are. You're so right, bestie.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you. I was I'll in on this one because it's bad. I was leading my gift horse to water the other day, and I was trying to make him drink it, and he just fucking wouldn't do it. And so I'm trying to make him drink it. I'm bending over him like, you fucker, you drink this water, and I accidentally looked him in the mouth. Woe is me. And now I have to find the witch's daughter. All right, that's my time. It's my birthday. Jacob McFadden, everybody.
Happy birthday.
Keep it going for Flo, everybody. Flo. Wow, what a gangbuster set. What a gangbuster. Brought up Star Wars. Everyone loves Star Wars, huh?
Yeah.
You know my favorite Star Wars character?
No.
It's from episode 1.
The guy with the eyes.
Watto. He's got no eyes. He's a very Jewish-coded character. He's a flying blue bug creature with a giant nose, pay socks, and one of those black Jewish hats. Not a yarmulke, just, the other hat. The first time I was in New York City and got on a train and saw a Hasid remove his hat and have another hat underneath, I was like, this is the greatest city in the world. But he's a very Jewish-coded character, and he owns, and I literally mean owns, Anakin Skywalker, who is the series, white baby Jesus. And that seems very anti-Semitic. But don't worry, George Lucas found a workaround. When Watto speaks his alien language, he's like, it's like, oh, he's Asian. Okay, that's fine. For a second, I thought this was anti-Semitic, but thankfully, he's a samurai. And the sale was a matter of honor. Okay, you guys have your own Star Wars character. You like the ones with the eyes. That's on you guys. That's not my favorite character. Are we ready to keep this thing moving? Because your next comic coming up here tonight. Tonight, and this is not a lie, it's also his birthday. Your next comic is also here on his birthday. And he brought his girlfriend with him to see him do comedy. So you guys should go fucking ape shit for this guy, no matter what he says. Just go totally, it's a perfect birthday gift. Just treat him like, go fucking wild, no matter what the premise is. I mean, hit him with all he probably had titties though, that you want. Just go fucking crazy.
We got him.
Yeah, I know we got him. We're gonna hype him up. We wanna hype him up. Your next comic, the King of the Ring, everybody. Put your hands together for the UFC's own Seph Smith.
Happy birthday! And he got the best to this. He's turning heavyweight champion years old.
It's my birthday. It's the best birthday.
Happy birthday!
It's Flo's birthday. It's my birthday.
Love you.
Thank you. It's also Britney Spears' birthday.
We love Britney Spears.
It's also Lucy Liu's birthday.
We love that dumb bitch too.
Fuck yeah. That dumb bitch, Lucy
We
Liu.
love that dumb bitch.
That fucking idiot.
Yeah.
If you can be discombobulated, it makes me wonder if I was ever bobulated to begin with.
There's a bunch of bobbing that goes into it. You just gotta take it for what it is.
Good one. It's been a long time since I've been here. I've had a lot of diarrhea. serious, life-changing amount of diarrhea. I had the norovirus. Anyone had that?
Nora?
It was horrible. It's probably the sickest I've ever been. And it's a life-changing amount of diarrhea. It was about a week and a half of 100% faucet ass. You know?
What does that smell like?
You're gonna have to use your imagination for that one. All right, just close your eyes and your mouth, and then you can figure it out. But yeah, I was just I was super sick, and I had lots of diarrhea, and it was just constant trips to the bathroom. And one of my trips to the bathroom, I was on the toilet, and I felt the urge to throw up, and I just had to jump off the toilet and throw up into the bathtub. And you know, like I couldn't eat, I was super sick, and it was just bile, and I felt like I had nothing left, and I just started crying on my hands and knees. I had tears going down all my cheeks. And you know, I took care of myself, and I was just laying in bed, you know, just super sick for days. And, you know, when you get sick, you get bored. And when you get bored, you just want to crank them out. You know? You guys remember sick days as a kid? You know?
The Price is Right.
That's... I'll take fucking blown loads for 500. Nah, that's Jeopardy.
I didn't know how to
But
crank out quite yet, though.
yeah, you ever been too sick to jerk off?
Yeah?
That's depressing. You know?
What do you do?
Well, I tried. I gave it the college try. But you know, you're sitting there holding your breath. You know, sweat pouring off the back of your knees. And then you just realize this isn't happening. It's just, it's sad, you know? It's like I don't even like myself enough to get myself off. You know? So you just want to give up on life.
What do you do?
Well, you just don't finish, and you just wait. You just wait.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
But, you know, I powered through, and I'm here. And it's my birthday. I'm 45 years old.
Yeah!
Thank you, thank you. At 45 years old, I find myself having to check the level of the water in a public toilet. You can't just sit on any toilet at 45, because your balls might hit the water. And if that happens, what do? They need to have a ball washing station, like an emergency ball washing station, the same way they have like the eye washing stations in like a chemist lab. Because if you're using the sink, you're going to get in trouble. But it's either that or walk around with the worst water on your balls all day.
We just dripping, baby.
I have to wear readers now. I can't see anything anymore. So, you know, it's like I have to wear a fanny pack most of the time to carry my readers. And that's cool. I used to write graffiti on trains and skateboard and do drugs. Now I have a fanny pack for my fucking readers. Fucking cool, dude. 45's sick. Yeah. So I'm trying to stay in shape. You know, I've been going to yoga lately. And I don't think I'm doing it right because I'm not coming every practice. When I go to yoga, these people are just like, "Ugh." I'm not there yet. I'm working on it. Chaturanga.
What are you gonna do, man? How you gonna get there?
You know?
How you gonna get there? You gotta get there.
Yeah, just like I said, it's a process. Trying to get to where I
gotta
can
come with the
feel comfortable enough having an orgasm in public.
You gotta feel comfortable enough to come with people.
You sounded like Bill Cosby right there. You gotta be comfortable enough to come with the people. He's got the Jello pudding box.
I'm not gonna lie, free Bill Cosby,
Hey guys, watch your drinks around my man over here. You know?
Hey, I'ma agree with him. Watch your drinks. But also, Bill Cosby, you feel me? He was on something.
Hey buddy, you wanna come up here?
He was on something.
It's your time, dude.
Yeah.
Alright guys, that's my time, guys. Just kidding, bro. Just kidding. You can use the bathroom
just
down.
gotta take a piss.
Sick, dude. Sick.
Oh. No, he got it. It's your turn.
Thanks.
Go.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah! Lock him in there! Put the chair up against the door!
I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a living. I teach Jiu-Jitsu. And one of the things that happens when you do Jiu-Jitsu is you might end up with cauliflower ear. That's why my ears look all like crinkled up like you left them in a hot car during the summer. But one of the worst parts about having cauliflower ear is the conversations that you find yourself in when, you know, you're going to Costco or just trying to get groceries. People come up and they'll be like, "Hey man, where'd you wrestle?" And they want to tell you about what they did when they were 14 years old.
Whoa!
And I think having cauliflower ear is worse than being an attractive woman. As far as unwanted conversations. Because like maybe out of 100 dudes that comes up to you and like tries to holler at you over some dumb shit, you might consider having sex with one of them. But I can promise that I never want to have sex with anyone who wants to talk to me about my ears. Anyway, guys, that's my time, y'all. Thank you so much.
Seph Smith, everybody. Another happy birthday for him. Guess what I found out during the last set? It's her birthday, too. I mean, look, I don't want to like call you guys out, but every one of you is responsible for a lot of birthday shots at this point. It's a little ridiculous. You guys better be saving up. We're gonna keep this thing moving. By the way, I love that Seph Smith owns an MMA gym, and yet when he went to practice his yoga, he got half a sumo squat out. It looked like it hurt his back. He's like, "Oh, my yoga move. This is called the yawning cat."
What gym do you own? Upstream Jiu-Jitsu. You own Upstream?
Oh boy.
That's fucking fire!
Seph wants him to come to the gym so bad tomorrow. I guarantee your first 4 lessons are free, buddy. I miss when Marshawn Lynch didn't do press conferences. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving, everybody. Your next comic in a week will be performing in Las Vegas. He's trying to buy him a drink. Your next comic will be performing in Las Vegas, the city where they give you free drinks. Everybody put your hands together for Dawne!
I have something I have to do first. What's your name?
Celia.
Celia. And
Celia.
Seth? Ready? Yeah. All the monkeys in the zoo send their best regards to you. And Flo, she came back. Happy birthday to all 3 of you.
Thank you.
What's everybody's birthday?
And
Happy birthday!
to my other Brooks girl, I am a Brooks. So, I am doing something ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. My instructor from my comedy class asked me if I would go to Vegas and do a program celebrating Sammy Davis Jr.'s 100th birthday if he had lived. They want to put a statue for him in Las Vegas, and why he picked me, the only thing I can think of is that I was old, I was a woman, and I'm going to be the only white person on the agenda. He needed some DEI. But that's okay. I have been known to do things on a dare since I was very, very small. I remember my cousin Philip saying to me one day, "Girls cannot climb trees." And I did. 4 years old, I got up in that tree. I only wish he had said girls can't climb down either, because I had to wait 2.5 hours before the fire department got me down. And I've been doing things like that ever since. I have an adrenaline rush. I love it. I like to skydive, indoor, I'm not stupid, parasailing, hang gliding, zip lining. I went zip lining the last time I was in Vegas. I went to the Grand Canyon. I like doing things for excitement. And getting married for the second time. You'd think after the first time I wouldn't do that again, but I got brave. It only took me 23 years, and just like you, I am a sapiosexual. I've got a brainiac. For those of you that don't know what that means, I like men with really, really ridiculously large brains. He's my little MIT boy, and he actually teaches over here at the engineering school. And we play Jeopardy for foreplay.
Lame.
We're fairly evenly matched. Except every once in a while, he gets a question or two more than me. And then the last question of the night is, guess who's not getting any? He's gone. So I've been thinking about the things that I'm going to be able to say in Vegas that's going to do something for a Vegas crowd, and I've got absolutely nothing. I have some wisdom from being a little bit older, but I don't think they're going to care about knowing what to do when you get old and how to deal with arthritis and pain and having a safe word like Ben Gay. And sometimes I think that maybe it's time to give up sex, but I'm not ready yet. In fact, I don't think anybody really wants to give it up. My brother is caring for his in-laws, both who have dementia. And a couple of weeks ago, he called me and he says, "I've got to talk to somebody." He says, "I feel like I need to pluck my eyes out and pull off my ears." And I said, "Michael, what's going on?" He said, "Bob screamed at me the other day." He said, "Come in quick, Betty's fallen." And I ran into the other room, and there was Betty laying on the floor naked. And I turned to Bob to have him help me get her up. And he was naked. And I went, "Oh my God, what are you guys doing naked?" And he said, "Well, we were having sex and Betty fell off the bed." He said, "They can't remember my name, but they can remember how to have sex." I just hope I remember how good it feels. We don't do it as often, but it's just as good. And as I said last night, he asked me if I wanted to go upstairs and have sex, and I told him I had energy for one or the other, but not both. So we did it downstairs.
We love it.
And just like your husband, he lets me talk about him, and he just sits there and blushes. I can always find him in the room. There's a pink glow in the air over top of him.
With a sturdy shoulder.
That's the glow of understanding.
It is. But we've been married for 30 years. And I think he's just as cute as the day I first saw him. Well, maybe not that day. I didn't like him that day. I yelled at him. But the first time he kissed me. And I will tell you, I was glad not to be dating anymore. Dating was terrible. There was boring Bob. How did you know? He never stopped talking about himself. And then there was the guy that would say things to you like, "How would you like to be with a man?" And when I said, I don't see anybody, he goes, "Oh, are you one of those lesbians?" And I said, "I'd rather be a lesbian than be with you, sweetheart." But I don't have to worry about that anymore. He's there with me, day and night, whenever I need. He spoils me rotten. He brings me breakfast in bed. It's only yogurt, but it's breakfast in bed, and I have to share it with the dog.
That's gross.
That's your choice.
Are you heckling me? Guess what? Guess who's not getting any tonight? And whenever he goes to the grocery store, he fills up my gas tank in the car, and he does the dishes, and sometimes he fills up my gas tank. So it's nice having him around, but you don't want him to do projects.
Why not?
He's brilliant, but he overthinks every single thing. I just wanted some tile put in the bathroom. And so he went and measured. And then he made a template. He probably did an economic analysis too. And then he decided that he needed to make another template because the first one was out of paper and the tile was thicker than the paper. And for it to be accurate, he needed to make it out of something thicker. So he made it out of cardboard, but then that was corrugated and it was too thick. And so we cut the cardboard down the middle, and he came home 3 days later and I had laid the tile. But he knew he was in trouble when we first got married, and he comes home and he finds me standing on the kitchen counter and I'm replacing the pot lights in the kitchen ceiling, and he goes, "What are you doing?" Light bulb. Empty light. I'm replacing the light bulb. He says, "Well, that's my job." I said, baby. It doesn't know the difference between you and me. It has no idea what sex the person is putting in the bulb. I've been independent my whole life. I'm going to be independently in Vegas. Pray for me. The guys and lady on this ticket are way, way, way more experienced and better than me. But I'm going on another adventure. And if you can think of any other ways for me to get an adrenaline rush, just let me know.
Great job.
Thank you.
Give it up for Dawne, everybody. Dawne. And who's the statue in honor of? Sammy Davis Jr. Do you think maybe they booked you because they thought you were his mom? Okay. I've only been to Vegas once myself. This is a true story. I was almost dead from dehydration in the desert, so I shacked up with this girl. I was under the age of majority at the time. And I shacked up with this girl, and it turns out that her mother was an escort. And for some reason she had trust issues with men hanging out with her daughter. Don't know why. So she let me stay for a day and a half and then bought me a Delta ticket home. And I got a little pair of wings out of it. And a gay guy took me through the airport in Atlanta. So it was a fun trip. 10 out of 10. Would recommend that Las Vegas and Atlanta if you have a gay tour guide. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving, everybody. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Your next comic isn't fucking here. He signed up for the first time in like 3 months and said, "I'm finally free and I'll come out." And I texted him like 15 minutes ago and he said, "Sorry, forgot I have a sushi date with 3 girls." So that obvious lie is on Brian Fontaine's record for the rest of his life. What a lying piece of shit. Brian Fontaine, no one believes that 3 girls know your first name. Much less that they'd all agree to go to dinner with you at the same time. Or that you could afford sushi for 4. But it's even better, guys, because we have a better performer. One who doesn't have his dead baby brother's dick stuck in his ass, or whatever Brian Fontaine talks about these days, when he's out on sushi dates with 3 make-believe girls. Your next performer keeps his dead brother's dick in a box where it belongs, away from his ass. Everybody, a man who respects the corpses of the dead. Evan Fagen.
Come on! He knows that touching them gives you a curse.
You're hilarious.
So wait, you're like a stand-up comedy class? This table? Oh, that's fantastic. Tell me about that. So wait, are you the teacher? Is there a teacher here?
She's
She's not. She just let you go out and just figure it out. Damn. Okay, I have a question then. Since you're all students, do you like? Does the teacher ever say anything that's like not very funny and you have to kind of like pretend? Because like you don't want to like be like like I know it's not funny, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is it like a good class? Do you think you've been learning a lot? That's cool. Where is it? What's like? Who's teaching it? What like place? Coalition. Very cool. Very cool. And this is like your first time doing comedy? Oh, nice. Very cool. What's your name?
Dawne.
No, his name.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Bobby.
Bobby. Where are you from? You're from here around here?
I'm from here, baby.
From here. What are you doing here tonight? How do you find this?
I've been coming to fucking Home Sweet Home forever.
Oh, nice, dude. What do you?
I know about Home Sweet Home, baby.
What do you do? What do you do all? What do you do all day?
All day?
Or like what do you?
I do a bunch of things.
Like what do you do today?
I do a bunch of things.
What do you do?
What do you do? I do what you do. What do you do?
No, you don't. You don't know what I do. You don't know anything about me.
I know you.
You know what? No. What I want? This is your chance to talk. What do you do all day?
I know you personally.
No. What? I'm serious. I want to.
I massage your feet.
No, dude. No, dude.
What's your dad do?
My dad's a psychologist.
I'm a psychologist.
Oh, nice.
Wait, I'm not a psychologist.
What is? Whoa. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm not a psychologist.
All right. No, you had your chance. Sorry.
How about just-
What's your name? Excuse me.
That big ass hoodie.
What's your name?
Lilia.
Lilia? Yes. Oh, cool. What do you do?
I teach swim lessons and I work for a medical company.
Oh, medical. Okay. What do you do? What type of medical stuff do you do?
What do you do?
I'm doing comedy. Sorry.
He's doing the work right now.
No, excuse me. What do you do?
Don't worry, my bad.
What do you do?
Mostly I do swim lessons.
Most okay, but like a little bit like medical stuff. Just like a little, like if someone needs to be defibrillated.
No, on the weekend.
Medical on the weekends. Okay. So no, I remember I did swim lessons when I was in like elementary school, and I always hated it. No, I took them. I didn't. I took swim lessons, and I remember that it was never like I always kind of like dreaded swim lessons, but I found out that like a few years after I stopped going to swim lessons, the lifeguard who would give me the lessons was like on the news because she saved like a drowning kid's life, and I was like, that's sick, that's so cool. But I felt really bad because I would always give her a hard time because I was a little shit. I didn't want to be there, like I never no kid likes lessons, like.
My kids
do. They like lessons? What, like swim lessons? Or no, I meant like in general, like the idea of like a lesson. I wasn't a fan of it. Maybe I was just an unruly bastard. But that's such a cool combination. Okay, I don't know. I guess I have some stuff. I don't want to keep talking to people. What Silver? You ran for president.
Yes.
As a writing candidate.
As a writing, tell me about that. How did that come to
I
pass?
was very inspired by socialism and just wanted to give people choice.
Hell yeah, dude. That's so awesome.
Socialism.
I was hoping it would be a viral campaign.
Oh, it didn't pan. Dude, run it back, man. The people need a change. That's what I'm saying.
Tell me about your.
Dude, I want a silver Bobby ticket. Silver Bobby. That's fucking. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of shit could get done. You run a MMA gym. Do you have any weird shit that happens with that? That's kind of a unique career. All the time. What's the last thing that happened?
People that
Cauliflower ear.
I don't know. That's not the move.
Or anything. Not the last thing, but something.
One time I shit my pants when I was teaching jiu-jitsu because somebody jumped on my stomach.
Whoa, that's were you like that's a move you'll learn later.
When it happened, I just had to say, all right guys, we're done for the day. Everybody go home.
Yo, you don't have your brown belts yet. I'm gonna. That's funny. That's awesome.
At our age, you can't trust a car.
That's true. At my age, I have to be careful sometimes, because I'm like you think it's always when you're most confident that you're like, yeah, never.
Don't ever do it.
And sometimes I'm on the toilet and I'm like, I still got to be careful. Dawne, is this your husband?
Yeah.
Yes. That's how long have you guys been together?
30 years.
30 years. Wow. I'm gonna be. Wow. That's. I've never been with anybody for 30 years. That's.
I've never been with anybody.
What? Wait. Whoa. I'm sorry. What?
I just asked you if you'd ever been.
Oh, I thought you said I hadn't. No, I've had I had a girlfriend like 2 years ago. It was like my first girlfriend, and it was a long relationship. We were together for like almost 2 years, Dawne. It was, oh man, you don't understand. Yeah, Dawne, Dawne, you can only begin to imagine what it's like to be in an almost 2-year relationship. But I was wondering if you want any advice from me about like long-term relationships.
No, but I have some advice from the ladies.
Oh, okay.
Ladies don't think you can change them. You can't change them.
Fuck yeah!
They are very simple. They have simple needs. They need to be caressed and fed, and that's about it. And trust whatever they say because they don't have time to make up lies most of the time.
Yeah!
That's kind of awesome.
Silver, send it to my wife!
Like them, think about it like a pie. If you like a pie, eat the pie. If you don't like the pie, don't try to change the pie. Get another pie.
That's fantastic. Congratulations. Yeah.
Exactly what we were gonna say at this statue dedication.
That's so cool. And what's your name?
I'm Dawn's husband.
Okay, is that your name? That's I understand. That's yeah. Professor Dawn's husband. That's very cool. I don't know. I guess I could do a fucking joke. Gosh. So I was going on a plane the other day, and it was just at like Reagan National in like DC, and I was in the TSA line, and I looked behind me, and it's Wile E. Coyote from the Looney Tunes, and I was like, what? Wile E. Coyote from? And then I look past TSA, past like where you put your shoes on, and it's the Roadrunner. It's the Roadrunner from Looney Tunes, and he's just like kind of hanging out, putting his shoes back on. And Wile E. Coyote's going through, and they have him go in the machine where he just put his arms up, and he had a big stick of dynamite like in it, like he had eaten it. He was gonna try to bring it on the plane, and they totally fucking got his ass. But it turned out I was on the same flight as the Roadrunner, and he had his own seat, I guess, which I guess they can do nowadays because all of these new policies with politics, and so the Roadrunner is sitting in his seat, and the plane takes off, and they're like, we're going to be cruising to this amount of feet, and the Roadrunner, this fucking guy, he gets out of his seat and starts up and down the aisles. It was so crazy. I was like, this is crazy. And then we get to our destination because we were on a plane. We were definitely going somewhere. This is to San Diego, California, and we get there. We arrive and we go to a baggage claim, and there's this fucking bird in a cage on the baggage claim, and then there's this big cat. There's this big cat that's trying to eat the bird in the cage. I was like, what? One of my favorite reasons I haven't. One of my favorite reasons I haven't killed myself yet is because I haven't bowled a perfect game. My friends are like, "Let's go bowling," and I'm like, "No. What if I'm amazing? I'll have to kill myself." I think statistically it's very likely that there's somebody who's watched the TV show Young Sheldon and they've never heard of Big Bang Theory before. So it's just like the show is like about a guy named Sheldon, but instead of just calling it like Sheldon or something, it's called like Young Sheldon, like Lil Wayne or something like that, just like his name. Yeah, Young Sheldon. This is my child, Young Sheldon. All right, I'll do one more. I feel like I've been up here for a minute. Barbers hate it when you come in with your own cape. Thank you.
Evan Fagen, everybody. Keep it going for Evan Fagen. Evan, wow. Now, Evan's a young man, so he doesn't know. When you talk to someone from their generation, it's Mrs. and Mr. Dawne. That's how you refer to them.
Well, I am the oldest.
If you say so. I also used to teach swim lessons as like a summer job, and people were always like, "Do you have any jokes?" Yeah, well, yeah. I was a part-timer. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was a part of the union. Excuse me. I was just there, also helping kids not drown to death. Like I thought I was a hero, but I guess I'm not. Because I don't give a third of my paycheck to a union. People always say, "Did you have any jokes about that?" And I'm like, "No, I was fucking terrified the whole time. I was entrusted with children." Now I have my own, and every time they're in the pool, I'm like, "Just fucking know how to swim." I get so mad. I'm not a good teacher of my own.
Bring your babies to me.
Maybe I will.
I will.
What else did I have? He said his name was Bobby. I don't believe that for a second.
Excuse me, don't let me interrupt.
No, I would never. I don't believe his name. Bobby's like, I know about Home Sweet Home. I've been running this show for 8 fucking years, and I've never seen Bobby before.
Is that me?
No. Just a guy named Bobby.
Bobby, I just went to the bathroom to do coke.
Yeah. I hope he's not doing coke. I just watched that John Candy documentary. I hope he's not doing coke.
It's just the gay sex.
And then finally, I just thought,
Smooth brains.
for Seph, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, it's really a resurgence lately, and now they've recalled it's just an MMA gym, right? Just renamed it. For Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, now you just run an MMA gym, but
Nobody can be.
Brazil Nuts, not so lucky to get a rename, huh? Wow. That's a good joke, because you can figure out the one guy with a racist grandma in the room. Hey, just for fun, I'm going to let all the young people at this table Google Brazil Nuts, other name. And during the next comic set, you'll hear a collective, "Oh no." All right. But you know what? In fairness, I'm into civil rights. They are delicious. They're one of the best parts of Check Mix.
A check mix?
Trail Mix.
Did you say check singular? Check mix?
Well, I only like the Brazil Nuts, so it's just a check to me. I'm like, wait, does that have those toes in it? Mmm, yummy. Check. I'll eat it. All right, we're gonna move on. Because for the people who don't know the people who do know what the other name is, it's really treading a line. And you know how hard it is to walk a tight line when you're missing all of your toes and you're African American? Anyways, there are clues there to figure out what I'm talking about. We're gonna keep this thing moving, guys. And by the way, it wasn't my generation that named it that. It was your grandparents who saved us from the Nazis. So before you judge them, remember Hitler would be in charge if we didn't call Brazil Nuts that.
Let's call him up.
I'm in control, guys. Your next comic. She's got the sturdiest fucking shoulders in the game. Your next comic. If ever you falter, just reach out and grab a hold. No matter how big the wave, you'll never be knocked over, everybody. Put your hands together for the Rock of Richmond. Chandler Brooks. Like most white guys with an economics degree, he was an Austrian in his 20s, then he became a Keynesian once he got married, and now he's feeling a little kinky and he's gone full MMT. That's really just for Chandler Brooks. Yeah, that's really... I just want him to know that I also have a master's. All right, we're gonna keep this thing moving right along, everybody. We are down to our final 2 comics of the night, but some of our best comics of the night, and thankfully for you, Bobby's back. Bobby's back, everybody. Home Sweet Home regular. I've seen him here every week for 8 years. Is Bobby. Everybody, your next comic coming to the stage. Bobby, are you ready? Your next comic.
Bobby, are you ready?
Your next comic is one of the few performers who is not getting older tonight. Your next comic is in fact locked in a stasis pod somewhere else, and this is a real-life decoy model. It's a robot. It's just a sort of a robot that's here to perform comedy for you in the guise of a woman who's actually in a coma. Medically induced, don't be worried. Your next comic is a space invader. Everybody put your hands together for Anastasia.
Did you guys see the meeting between Trump and Mom Dawne? Because it was like kind of weirdly homoerotic a little bit. I was like, you guys should just kiss. And I thought it was like really weird at first. I was like, this is kind of nonsensical. But then I was like, you know what? Actually, Trump is a smart businessman. He's just trying to guarantee his way to another 72 virgins. Pretty smart. Anybody else panicking when the barista turns the iPad around? Having a full panic? What do I do? 15, 20, 25. I tip high every time, minimum 25%, because I stand with the working class. If you don't, get with it. If there is a field to enter in a custom tip, I'm tipping above 25%. So for me, 40% is the bare minimum. It's the least that I can do for my barista because I know that they have a 3-legged rescue chihuahua at home that they desperately need to buy those pathetic little wheels for. And who am I to stand in the way of that 3-legged rescue dog's antics so it can go back to its ankle-biting ways? I was on social media the other day and I saw a video of a black guy, and he was just asking into the camera, what is it that white people want? Like, what do white people want? And in my mind, I was just like, it's so obvious what white people want, and nobody has the balls to just be direct with this guy. White people want the pass. They want to drive their Honda Fit. They want to sing along to Kendrick Lamar. They want to hit that "They Not Like Us," and they want to say every word. Every single word. Not me, though. I'm one of the good ones.
We love it.
When I was in high school, my best friend was black. And she put me on to like a lot of shit. Like washing my legs. Other white people, that is a thing that you're supposed to do. You do wash below the waist in the shower. She also taught me about seasoning my food. I had never heard of lemon pepper wings prior to being 16 years old. Opened up my entire fucking world. So she was always putting me onto all kinds of cool shit. And when I was in high school, everybody wanted to have straight hair, right? So you get out your flat iron, you fry your hair every morning, it takes some time, I'm lazy, I want to sleep in, and she says, I can put you on to something. We can go down to the beauty supply, we can get it for like $10, and you won't have to wake up and straighten your hair. I'm in. We go to the store, we get this little box, it has a cute little girl on it. Fast forward a couple hours later, she put relaxer in my hair. I don't know if you can tell, I'm not working with a lot here.
Oh, we love it. We love it.
She put this relaxer in my hair, and the shit melted off up to the chin. I was walking around at 16 years old with the original Karen haircut, like Kate from John and Kate Plus 8. And it's like a really weird vibe because I went from getting fingered under the bleachers to being like, somebody call the principal, get away from me, pervert. Very quickly. It's a powerful haircut and also a very interesting vibe for a 16-year-old girl to have.
That's hilarious.
Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. My self-esteem entirely hinges on the approval of strangers, so I really appreciate it. I think that's my time.
Don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize. Give it up for Anastasia, everybody. Give it up for Anastasia. I gotta be honest with you. Of all the times near the end of the show, a white girl has gone up and said, I was watching a video with a black guy, and it didn't go terrible. You're right up there at the top. I mean, normally that is a sign that we're gonna end the show very soon. I won't think I tell that story actually now that I think about it. But there have been some disasters in this room. One time a guy pulled his penis out on stage and then tried to throw me over the banister. Then he wrote a review of the bar on Google saying, like, they're scared of white dick. And I had to talk to the old owner. He was like, what's this about? And I was like, well, they're scared of white dick there, so I don't know what to tell you. That's your business, your problem. Tell them all to chill about white dick. Don't worry, one of the autistic kids downstairs beat that guy up and then lied to the police, and nobody was like, no one cared. They were all like, yeah, it's true, that guy fell. All right, we're gonna move on. This is how this place goes. By the way, I don't know, this is a quick story. The last show we did here, we finished up, I went outside, I was talking to some of the comics for about 5 minutes, and then like 7 detectives rolled up because a guy was murdered like 100 feet up the road. And they come up and they're like, hey, is there a black guy, 6 foot tall, dark clothes, dreads inside? And I immediately went, no. And all the people who were regulars here were like, why? And then the detectives with like rifles out and full body armor were like, homicide, a block away. And they were like, oh, no. No, I guess not. And then I had to sit here for another hour and a half because they were doing a grid and I was drunk and I wasn't going to drive past them.
Terrible.
Yep, but you know what? Got away with that murder, so it's fine. Motherfucker should give me my money. Your next comic, your final comic coming to the stage, has never committed murder that he would admit to. Right? Hey, that's the worst answer of all time. That was terrible. All right. Guys, we're down to our final performance of the evening. Come on, give me a round of applause, everybody. Let's get a little energy going. Let's pump it up for your final comedy of the evening, your headliner. Everybody, a man after my own heart, a little homunculi, if you will. Give it up for Jacob.
Let's see how this goes. Yes, I am also named Jacob, and yes, I also have 2 children. In fact, now, does anybody here, and the other Jacob in the room, know what Bluey is? Raise your hand.
Bluey.
Yeah? Like, there are 2 kinds of adults who watch Bluey, right? There are adults with children, and then adults who were traumatized as children. You know, millennials. Can also say Gen X, but there's a reason why we don't really talk about Gen X. And there's a reason why they're known as the forgotten generation. Yeah.
Right at me. Right in my soul. Go ahead.
No, but there's a reason why Gen X is called the forgotten generation. Their parents couldn't even remember about them, and they had to run commercials. Hey, do you remember you have a kid? It was so bad that, like, you know, the music that came from Gen X, amazing music, NWA, Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, those were all Gen X kids. Had to create entire genres of music to get attention. They're like the middle children of the generations, right? Now, I'm not gonna shit on Gen X the whole time. I'm sorry. I'm a millennial, and all my Gen X family members also say they're millennials, so it happens. But I was watching Bluey with my kids the other day, right? Best show. Yes, I am a millennial. I'm a traumatized adult. Now, we were watching the episode where Bluey, Bingo, Bluey's younger sister, and their dad go to the movies. Now, if you don't know Bluey, Bluey is a female dog. You know, really subverting the narrative with a blue girl, right?
You're right, the narrative is like, there are no blue girls. That's when I saw Blue and I was like, what the fuck?
No, it's just all
blue
pink.
girl.
It's all pink girls, right? That's why Peppa Pig, it wasn't blue.
You can't argue with that.
I forgot about it. But it's this whole episode to kind of push this wholesome message of like, just be yourself. I hate that. It's the worst advice you give to somebody, and it's the type of advice you give to somebody when you don't know what else to tell them. Like, oh, so you want to be a teacher, but you hate kids. Guess just be yourself. Like, how can you be yourself when you don't even know who you are? When I was a child, I was like, whatever I liked was my entire being. When I was 5, I liked Legos. So for Halloween, I was a Lego. Not a person, a block. Then I went to school, elementary school. They told me, draw yourself in the future. I colored the page black. I'm so glad I'm not that, whatever that was. Then I got into TV, 90s kids, watching Yu-Gi-Oh!, wanting to be a Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, loving the cards, watching Pokemon, chasing squirrels with baseballs, Batman going through gritty leotard detective stages, and then watching Jurassic Park at too young of an age, developing deep fears of greedy old white men. Then I hit teenage years and got really into video games. Played a whole bunch, sports games, Madden, FIFA. Played Sonic the Hedgehog. Then eventually I got into like these serious RPG games. Like, does anybody here know what Mass Effect is? Yeah? Where you play a spaceman from 2183 who saves the galaxy, neglects his fish, and plays with his hamster all the time? Yeah. It really helped me develop my deep moral compass. Blue good, red bad. So if you don't know, there's dialogue options in Mass Effect, as well as Star Wars games in general. Like, it came from a company that made Star Wars games, where if you chose the red option in the dialogue, you would do something bad, like shoot the person or punch a reporter in the face. If you did something blue, then you would do something good, like seduce the sexy alien lady next to you. Who knew that it would be so relevant to today?
Did you see The Matrix in 1999 when it came out?
No, I was...
Generation X to know that.
Yeah, Gen X. I didn't get to see it when it came out. I was 7 years old. I didn't get to see that in theaters. I was 7 years old. Yeah, I didn't get to have the fun jet. By the time I started going to movies in theaters, the movies were killed by the millennials.
It's awesome to be young and have no cares in the world.
Girl, I have 2 children. It's all good. It's all good. I've totally lost where I am, but that's okay.
Why you have the red and the green and the blue pill? I'm sorry.
The contraceptive or the suicide pill? Which one was it? No, but like blue good, red bad. Very simple. Comes back into today. I mean, seriously, today we get it. By the time I was an adult, got married, had 2 kids. Yes, I had sex twice. You know what? If it's so funny and you clap, I won't mind. I love it. By the time I was old enough to understand that, like, how I viewed myself wasn't really what mattered, because I have a terrible self-image. But I can now understand and appreciate that people see good things in me that I would never see when I look in the mirror. And I started to develop this or understand that my sense of self is independent of my own views of myself, right? Problem is, I don't get to enjoy that. Again, I have 2 kids. And I also raised my niece and nephew with my wife, who were teenagers. So I was raising teenagers and toddlers, teens and tots. Oh my God, terrible. They're like the same, but different body sizes. If you didn't know scientifically, they are. Toddlers are going through the same hormone changes as teenagers are. So all you get is, I hate you, you're the worst person ever. I hate you, you're the worst person ever. From all angles. But I don't know, it's been tough. Sometimes you just think about like, what can I do to really find time to enjoy myself, to be myself, and to enjoy this person that I have discovered, and this knowledge that I have developed over my mature 33 years. I don't know. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
I should just be myself. Have a good day, y'all. Thank you very much.
The chunky chimp, everybody. Jacob, that's a Bluey joke. I wasn't a body weight. That was just a Bluey thing. The movie's called Chunky Chip. Don't wipe that horrified look off your face. The movie is called Chunky Chip.
Everybody has titties.
Especially Edward Allan Poe. He's got the most titties. Everyone knows that. Wow, guys, what a night. By the way, I also watched Jurassic Park too young, but I took away the lesson. I still trust white guys. I just won't shit in the tropics. You'll get eaten off a toilet. That'll happen to you. Absolutely. If you take a shit in Jamaica, you're getting eaten.
Can I query something? Sorry.
Yeah.
Did anyone else watch Gremlins too young?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I saw that before.
Why did they bark about the children?
If my dad even goes near a chimney, I'm like, back off.
Yeah, what?
Yeah. Phoebe Cates' dad smells bad and the fire department's coming out.
Why did they?
It doesn't make any sense. Do you guys have any idea what we're talking about? In the movie Gremlins, which, by the way, the second Gremlins, they have a Trump gremlin and a big titty gremlin. But in the movie Gremlins, it's like a silly movie about like little Furbies that kill everybody. No. But in the middle, they're like, hey, Phoebe Cates is gonna do a long monologue about how her dad suffocated to death in the chimney on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And it's a total tone shift for the whole movie, and then they just abandon that plot line entirely. Yeah.
It's too intense.
It's wild, and it's like marketed towards kids because it's like, hey, George Lucas made the little animatronic things.
I still have Gremlins like fun things that they're like erasers and like a little pack of pencils. Why did they do that?
And how do you not eat, like, after midnight is just like before 1 o'clock?
It broke my brain.
That's true.
Now I can only eat after 8.
Thanks to Gremlins and Little Shop of Horrors, I won't buy anything from old Chinese people. It's just gonna bite you in the ass. Well, if you haven't seen the movies, that does sound racist, I agree. But if you've seen the movies, it makes sense.
I said I could only eat after midnight, so I think I'm in the clear.
You might be a space alien. Alright, guys, that's been the show. The most fucked up episode of Bluey is the one where the dad's just angry when they're on vacation at the beach. And then he's just angry and depressed the whole episode, and the mom keeps being like, let it go, and he's like, I'm trying, let it go, and then they never resolve it.
No, they do.
It's just in the end, the kids all throw their anger into the ocean, but they never tell you what he's upset about, and it's like, oh, okay, that's relatable. That's just a dad ruining the family vacation. I get that. I get that, and frankly, goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
I fucking paid for this thing, and now you're all gonna suffer for it. All right, guys, what a show we've had. Please give it up for the table over here, during the Comedy Coalition class. Thank you guys for coming out. We're here every first, third, and fifth Tuesday, except I think this year the fifth Tuesday is like an actual major holiday, so we'll skip that one. Watch the Facebook page. Anyways, thank you very much. Thank you for coming out. Good night. Goodbye.
And now I can pee. There you go.